Brr, brr. Ma. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you once again for tuning in to talk about movies with me. I really appreciate that. Today I got the chance to watch Jordan Peele's third movie, Nope, and I wanted to talk to you guys about that. Before we get started though, if you guys can do me a quick favor and like the video and also subscribe to the channel while you're at it. It really helps the channel out and it keeps me going when I'm making these videos. And also don't forget to turn on those post notifications so you never miss another movie review. I'm going to be making reviews like crazy this year, a whole bunch of movie related content, so stay tuned for those. I'm going to be talking about things that we've seen in both trailers. So this is a spoiler warning. However, this isn't going to be a huge spoiler breakdown video. I like to think of it as two people who's watched the movie and we're just talking about it. With that all down, let's just jump straight into it. So Nope follows two siblings played by Daniel Kaluuya and Keke Palmer as they try to catch a UFO on camera. It's a fairly simple concept compared to the other films that Jordan Peele has made in his career. However, what I really love about this movie is the execution of this very simple idea because yeah, it's a pretty simple concept. I mean, they're trying to catch an alien on video. However, it's the execution that makes this a very fantastic experience for me. I really enjoyed this one. A lot of people have made the comparison to Steven Spielberg's Jaws, and I 1000% agree with that. This movie has kind of a lot of the same DNA, kind of a lot of the same story beats as Jaws, but what makes it a little more original, for me at least, are the themes that Jordan Peele adds in and sprinkles in through the movie. We have two black characters who in the film are descendants of basically the first movie star ever. He was like the first person to ever be captured on video along with the horse. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. It's a really cool, interesting story. But it's those little things and those little details that make this movie so good. A lot of these little ideas come together and just really make me happy when I watch the movie. Another thing that made me smile through the entire movie was the cinematography. I enjoyed every single frame of this movie. I smiled like a little boy while watching. It gave me that feeling that I had when I first found out that I wanted to make movies for a living, and just I instantly fell in love with the process of how a movie is made, how they do that, how they do this. I felt those feelings again when I went in to see Nope. The film was shot on a 65mm IMAX camera, and everything that's captured here just feels so grand and super huge. Everything feels huge and important here, and Jordan Peele has said that that's what he was trying to do when he was making this movie. He wanted it to feel like a spectacle, and that's another thing you're gonna hear a lot when reading reviews and stuff. Everybody's gonna be calling it a spectacle because that's what it is. They say the word spectacle a lot in this movie, but it's true. It really is a spectacle. You can definitely tell that a lot of care was put into making this movie look good and sound good. You can definitely tell the whole cast and crew were really infatuated with the project, and they just wanted to make a really good movie, and they did. Yeah, I don't really know how to describe it, but every one of Jordan Peele's movies have been expertly mixed. The sound here is incredible. It really lends a hand to making this feel like a bigger movie and making it feel a lot more like a horror movie, kind of like how Jordan Peele usually does. And me personally, I don't find aliens scary. They're interesting. They're really interesting to kind of think about, but they're not super scary to me. But the way Jordan Peele directed this movie, coupled with the sound, is just, it makes the movie a lot more horrifying to watch. There's one scene that I really love of Daniel Kaluuya in a barn, and there's a moment where it seems like there's three little spoilers, by the way. It seems like there's three little aliens, and I was scared to death. I was like, oh fuck. The timing of every beat of every different alien coming out, and just along with the sound, it made it really scary, and I didn't think that little aliens would be as scary as they were when I watched this movie. Obviously, they turned out to be fake aliens. You actually don't see any real aliens up until you find out that the spaceship is not a ship, it's the actual alien. I really had a lot of fun with the horror elements in this because, again, it's not a full-fledged horror movie. But Jordan Peele had to sprinkle some moments in there. So the performances here by Daniel Kaluuya and Keke Palmer were fantastic. He's solid as usual. He says a lot without speaking a lot of words, and he's just great. Keke Palmer, on the other hand, has a lot more to say, and she fucking kills it here. I loved seeing Keke back on the big screen. I just really hope that she decides to make more movies nowadays, because I missed her. She was really good in this movie, and I think that that she was like that spark to this movie. Let's talk about Stephen Yeun's character. He actually kind of disappointed me a little bit. It wasn't Stephen Yeun's fault. It was just the writing for the character. It just disappointed me. He didn't have that much to do, and I kind of felt like they set up a story for him, but that story never got resolved past the second act, or past the third act maybe. I don't know, I think things were leading towards something bigger, and then they just didn't. That may be a stylistic choice, who knows. Yeah, it was just a little odd to me. His story as like a child actor who was traumatized by a monkey killing everybody on set during a taping of a show, that kind of went nowhere. Like, I understand that there's probably some meaning behind it, and there's always some symbolism or metaphors to all the weird shit that Jordan Peele puts in his movies, but I don't know, this one felt like, I don't know, there is definitely symbolism there. It just didn't add anything to the story or add anything to the movie, and I felt like I was kind of left a little underwhelmed by that part. Visuals in those scenes are fantastic. I love all the visuals in this movie. It's just that didn't really go anywhere, and I was a little disappointed at that on that aspect. The UFO in the movie is, again, like I said before, comparable to the shark in Jaws, where you kind of barely see it until the very end, and I think that this helps the movie seem scarier than it is. I think Peele uses the UFO so effectively here. It's got me second guessing clouds, which is fucking amazing. Props to Jordan Peele for making clouds scary, and props to him for just making something that you can barely see seem so scary. He really knows how to do horror. You can definitely tell by all his other movies. I think this movie is great, guys. Jordan Peele definitely knows how to satisfy an audience with strong characters and kind of a weird premise, but he proves it here again that it works every single time. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. I absolutely had a great time with it, and I can't wait to see what Jordan Peele writes next. As always, if you can just do me a favor, leave me a like down below and subscribe to the channel so you guys can never miss another video. Also, turn on the post notifications so you can be notified every time I make a new movie review. I'm going to try to get some sleep. I really appreciate you guys joining me in to talk about movies, and I will see you in the next one.